when you appeal to the notion of sensical, you can appeal to other like possible constructions for sense other than raw logic. You can appeal to coherence.
And
you can appeal
which
to
one of those demonstrates your statement to be true? That logic is not fundamental. Which one of those? And try not using the fundamental laws of logic as,
which logic or which.
Don't answer my question with a question. Answer the question. Don't answer my question with a question.
I am making a statement. Is going to be particular to the system that you're ascribing to.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can you restate my question? I'm just wondering if you actually even listened to the question. Can you restate my question for me?
Honestly, at this point, no.
Yeah. So you don't even know the question. Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm going to agree with a bunch of the things that you're about to
laws
assert.
of logic. Laws of logic.
I don't think those are fundamental.
Okay.
Okay, how are you going to be able to demonstrate that without appealing to them?
You'd appeal to like explanatory virtues and like psychology and seemings. You're not going to be able to make a deductive argument for how the laws of logic are fundamental. It's like that doesn't make any sense.
No,
really?
forget about this fundamentals, right?
Wait, how are you supposed to accept that statement to be true?
Wow, good job.
That's the
You
question.
did it. The ultimate defeater.
He's asking you a question, bro.
Yeah, I know it. It's a trivially silly question. Let's just
so can you answer it?
But you posited a trivial statement, so it warrants a trivial question.
Yo, who's the atheist? Is it MPX?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's MPS.
Yo,
He's a physicalist.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
like there's
hard
absolutely no
determinist?
logical justification for my statement, but you're supposed to take it at face value because of psychological whatever.
You're not taking it at face value. You're evaluating how
so can you
well
justify
it.
it or
You're,
not? Can you justify it or not? All you can give me is
justification
it's silly.
requires logic.
What?
Justification in your mind is going to require logic. All I can do is appeal with like
You're saying that
argumentation.
logical. Yeah. So how are we supposed to take that statement to be true that logic isn't fundamental without you using some kind of logical justification?
Well, it's gonna be emergent from like my particular metaphysic, in which logic is probably going to be a language game.
I'll
that
ask
we're
the question
operating
again since you keep on dodging it. What is the justification for it?
There's no. I've answered it directly 3 times. You're asking something that can't be answered in the way that you're going to accept.
So you can't answer the question. Okay, thank you for conceding that. Yeah.
Yeah, no one can. No one on this planet Earth possibly could answer the question.
Yeah,
So
no
hold on,
one
man.
that says that logic isn't fundamental can answer that question, right? No one that says
Correct.
logic isn't
Let's put aside
fundamental.
the
Yeah,
claim
yeah,
of
but there are
logic
people that
isn't
can say logic
fundamental
is
for a
fundamental,
moment.
then they can answer that question, right? It's just
Yeah, but the belief doesn't grant the belief doesn't grant the
Yeah, but the belief is
onto
isomorphic to
as
what
like a
determines it to be
foundational
true.
truth.
The belief is isomorphic to what determines it to be true, which is logic. For you, you don't have that because that system to you is not foundational. So you can't, display that statement to
I can tentatively engage with that and be like have beliefs like suspended
I'm not denying
temporarily
that.
and
You can-
hold
absolutely you can
them
have
for the
beliefs.
purpose of the conversation.
Of course, you
That's
can
fine.
have beliefs. That's okay.
I'm just giving. I choose to be honest with you, even though you're trying to be kind of a dick about it.
I'm not
No, he's not.
denying that you can have beliefs. It's just that you cannot, displaying your beliefs to be true without necessity.
Nobody can.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't without necessitating that logic is primal. That logic is fundamental.
Yeah, even
logic is fundamental to the way that we determine truth.
even with like logic, quote unquote, being primal, like you can't demonstrate that your logic is going to be superior to other positive
there is
logics.
not my logic. There is a set of rules that
Yes,
logic.
yes, there is.
No. There's a set of rules that logic has that we're all supposed to conform to in order for us to make intelligible statements.
Are you appealing to S1 through 5 logic, or are you appealing to first order logic, second order logic, third order logic?
The fundamental laws of logic.
No. There's many laws of logic. Depends on the system that you're in.
5th order, probably.
Yeah, they all appeal to the same fundamental laws of non-contradiction, whatever.
No, that's not true. There's paraconsistent logic.
Name
it.
Yeah.
I just did. Google it.
What?
Paraconsistent logic.
Paraconsistent logic.
Oh
Okay,
my
let's see if this
God.
let's see if this actually doesn't.
It's going to be
conform to the
probably
fundamental
very
laws of logic.
It doesn't.
Yeah, so
The
it's,
rule-
wait,
the law
so
of
we can't-
non-contradiction
wait,
is
so we can't
explicitly
make-
excluded
wait, so
from
we
its
can't make
fundamental rule
Wait,
set.
so we can't make intelligible statements through it?
You can
Sure
make
you can with that
well,
one.
depends about what you mean by intelligible, because you're going to view the term intelligible through the like intuitive assertions
Something
you
that
have
doesn't
about
negate the
logic.
fundamental laws of logic. You know you can concede that the fundamental laws
You
of
have
logic
to
are actually
pick a
fundamental
you have
laws
to
for-
pick
for
a
us to have
system.
a
You have to
conversation.
pick a. You can't just assert that there are fundamental laws of logic. You
I
have to pick a
actually
system in
can.
which
I
this
actually
logic.
can. I actually can. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Good
just
luck
did.
learning. Enjoy your journey. I hope you eventually understand this a little bit better in the future.
Yeah, that logic is
Well,
not
I hope you
fundamental.
can give us
Yeah,
an
you got us
acceptable
to during the
definition of
intellectual
physical in the
mastermind.
future.
It tells us logic isn't fundamental, but uses logical justification to tell us how not.
That's a stupid statement. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, so tell us how it's stupid.
If the laws
Well,
of
I
logic
can just-
aren't fundamental, using them would be a nonsensical premise.
Wait, so can you repeat that one more time?
Using logic to demonstrate that the laws of logic are not fundamental would be a nonsensical premise.
Yeah, and holding that logic is not fundamental in that capacity is a nonsensical premise. The fuck?
Not necessarily.
Simple as.
Because when you appeal to the notion of sensical, you can appeal to other like possible constructions for sense other than raw logic. You can appeal to
so,
coherence.
and
You
which,
can appeal
which
to
one of those demonstrates your statement to be true? That logic is not fundamental. Which one of those? And try not using the fundamental laws of logic as, you know.
which logic or which.
Don't answer my
notion of
question with a
truth-
question. Answer the question. Don't answer my question with a question.
I am
Answer the
making a
question.
statement. Is going to be particular to the system that you're ascribing to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us an
Can you
example?
answer the question?
I did.
How so? How does that answer my question? Okay, wait. Can you restate my question? I'm just wondering if you actually even listened to the question. Can you restate my question for me?
Honestly, at this point, no.
Yeah. So you don't even know the question. Yeah. So you're responding to
Yeah,
something that you don't even
question.
know
The
what it is.
question at its source is going to be.
You're
Can
rattling
you,
off in your mind.
the question at its source is going to be: can you use like some like logical system that demonstrates that logic isn't fundamental? I am saying that's silly. You have a further
Actually, no. I did
retort?
not say that was not the question. Actually.
Okay, feel free to repeat it.
Yeah.
Meow.
The question is, how would you be able to demonstrate to us that the statement that logic is not fundamental is true? That was the question. It was not
Oh, there you
whether
go.
you could use logic to justify it or not. That was like it had
Well,
absolutely nothing to do with the
Going
question.
to so if you're going to appeal to a notion of truth, it's going to be foundationally built upon what system you're describing for like ascertaining truth. Usually, that's going to be involving some sort of logic.
Yeah, exactly. So that again,
Usually,
you notice how this doesn't
not
answer my question.
necessarily. There's a difference between usually and necessarily, right? You agree?
Yeah, sure. I'm just asking you for which way you can demonstrate the statement logic is not fundamental to be true. Which way? Which way? I'm not asking you, if there are different necessities of whether logic can be used or which notions of truth. I'm asking you for the particular notion of truth
If
that is
you
necessary for you to be able to
subscribe to
demonstrate.
my system, I can demonstrate that to you by giving all the arguments that were convincing to me. Such
Okay,
that
please do so. Please do so.
Yeah, go ahead.
there's a compelling notion of parsimony and the total number of metaphysical premises that you accept. There's an apparent seeming that things seem to be very fundamentally tied to like the physical substrate that we are residing
Define
within.
physical again, man.
I hate you. From that point, between those two principles, it makes the most sense that there is singularly this physical substrate and all the other subsequent tokens
which notion of sense is this?
psychological.
If you enjoy debates of these kinds and philosophy videos, especially ones regarding the CTMU, you can go over to my Patreon and support me, as there are exclusive videos, essays, notes about the CTMU papers, and more that I'm going to be doing on there if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching.